Hello guys, welcome again. So let's talk about Bitcoin. Remember, well, very short, very short live stream. Let's continue talking about Bitcoin in the short term, right? Because when the chart we know yesterday we talked about this is just a buy. Still, Bitcoin is a buy right now. At least as long as we have ADX negative, the signal fired around 108,000, $108,800 around there, and of course now is holding the MA100. Is about there. We got a small pullback yesterday, and actually I closed my short-term position from if yeah. Okay, if you see here my last position 3 days ago, I opened one position 100, and I closed my position yesterday around 100, 500. 3% profit, not bad, right? Because by X, well, I made like around 10, 11%. Not actually not bad. And yeah, so now why I did it is because I was trading 4 hour chart. I said I know. I said like I will not open. I will not. But when I saw the opportunity, a potential back, I decided to open a long position or trying to open a long position and in the short term. But the sad news is actually I was sleeping. Oh, okay, so let me my audio. Please tell me if everything working. My mic. Okay, so the audio now. Okay, so as you can see here, Bitcoin, we got this pullback in 1 hour chart. Actually, Bitcoin tested here around, well, around 109,400 around there. And now is holding, um, okay. So I'm having issues with audio. Okay, thank you, thank you. So as you can see here in 4 hour chart, sorry, in 1 hour chart, Bitcoin, we got a pullback and I closed my position here. And my plan was actually taking longs around, opening longs around here, but I was sleeping. I was sleeping, so I couldn't do that. So, but the good news is actually 4 hour chart is looking like it's getting ready for continuation. Let me show you here. Yeah, we will see potentially, I mean, volume is amazing. It's beautiful in 4 hour chart. I am still bullish in the short term, looking for continuation, potential breakout, looking for around for 114k around there, 114k, 115k maximum, potentially yes. The volume is actually very nice. I opened another position here around, in this time around 111,200 here, exactly here. I am here in this yellow line. Um, why? Because, well, as I said before, I was sleeping, so I missed actually I missed this opportunity to open on position around 109, 110. It's totally fine because I am looking for a 4 hour chart move. So my trading plan right now is doing something like this. So I am here looking for maybe here around 2% potentially a stop loss, but looking for around here is around 4% is actually risk and reward is 2.1. Actually, it's very good, at least for my opinion. So that's why I think it's worth it. So also the MI55 is around here, around 114, 113 is actually this is the area. So as long as Bitcoin is holding the MI100, I am still bullish here. Look, also we had the buy signal here. Volume is very kind of weak. It's a little bit weak in 1 day chart. It's not very impressive. But think about this. We have multiple bullish divergence here in volume. So this move was accumulation. So I'm thinking, okay, makes sense to start thinking Bitcoin eventually. It's very slow, very slow. could go just like this to around this area, and after that, a continuation to the downside. Also in 12-hour chart, let me show you something. In 12-hour chart, Bitcoin is about to cross a certain line here. Volatility is expanding here. So looking for 113K around there. That is the target I am looking for in the short term. Remember, my trade is very short term. I am looking for 2%, 3%, no more than that, because I am trading in a very small account, my very small account, only looking for this move to the upside. Now, sorry. And also, if you see here, let me show you in 2-day chart. Bitcoin is holding the MA55 here. As you can see here, volatility contraction is expanding here. We don't have Bollinger Bands. We don't have anything like strong evidence Bitcoin will make a new all-time high. I don't think so, but we will see potentially a buy signal soon here, maybe next week. So I think, yeah, there is a high probability to see Bitcoin maybe in the midterm around this area, 118, 116, around this area. But as long as Bitcoin is below this area, I am not bullish in the long term, as I said before. And again, same as yesterday, is because the weekly chart is obvious for me. This is actually not very good. Bitcoin broke the previous low here of in April 2025, and also is just falling. It's repeating the same pattern as well 2021, when Bitcoin actually was in sideways or maybe sometimes pumping, but the volume was just making new lows. And actually right now we have this low. This is the first low since actually last year. If you pay attention, if you study here in this live stream, we're gonna study properly here the volume, because actually it's very important. If I am not a big fan of trending lines in price action, but sometimes in actually, as you can see here in OBB, sometimes it's good. As you can see here, we have this trend line where the bottom is in July 24. The test was in September 24, and after that, the test was in March 25. So this trend line was actually very important in volume, right? Now finally it's broken here. So officially, Bitcoin is broke this previous low of 2025 in March, April. So technically speaking, there is a very high probability to the volume keep falling, and the evidence to support this is, if we go to 5-day chart. Remember, 5-day chart is for CME, like professional traders that trade only weekdays. So as you can see here, the volume is actually below zero line here. Of course, we need to wait for the next close. The next close is coming, and the next close is actually in 3 days. I mean, next Monday or Tuesday. So we have to see the close here. If we see actually OBB making new lows here, I mean, falling down here in the line, well, we can, and we will start thinking, I'm gonna start thinking we could enter in this territory. Let's show you last time in 2021, November 2021, when Bitcoin was at $63,000, and from there just crashed 75%. So the conditions are there. And why? Because volatility was very low here, very low, blue color here, and after that we saw the expansion right here. So right now here, we have a various variance here, ADX negative here, blue volatility here. The only thing I can tell you, a massive move is coming, and this move is, technically speaking, right now is gonna be to the downside, not to the upside. Technically speaking, right? I don't follow news. Remember, I am technical. I don't care the news. So that's why I'm telling you what I see, technically speaking, right? So the first target, of course, is gonna be 100K, and the second target should be around 93, 94. Now, let me show you weekly chart. Weekly chart here, volatility is actually contracting, as you can see here. So this is telling me Bitcoin is getting ready for some sideways, I think, kind of sideways. But the most important thing here is, if you want to catch the major moves following my system of trading, right? Following my system of trading, you need to understand something. The best moment to enter in the markets is when you have this blue color here. Blue color here is because the volatility is extremely low. If you want to learn how to use actually that my system, I strongly suggest you should actually go to my let me share here my website. As you can see here, this is my website. This is my trading journal, and it's public. Well, I'm gonna make it public. Let me trades trade section here. Here is the my entry and exit, and this is the profit. Of course, I have losses analytics. Yeah, it is a small account. Yeah, in average win rate is around almost 10%. 10%. I started losing. You can see here right now I am up almost $500, and yeah, so far so good actually. Win rate is not bad actually. I show you the rate. The win rate is around 63%, and actually that is the average win rate in 4-hour chart for no trading. In 4-hour chart, this trading journal is only in 4-hour chart. But if you want to learn about volatility, you can go to here education, and you can go to technical indicators, and you can go to MA with volatility glow. This one is going to explain you like every property, the calculations in the big picture, of course. I don't want to be too technical, but you need to understand actually what indicator you are using and the reasons why. So if you study this, you will find the rules here. And also, I need to add the explainer here also as well, but I didn't do that. So as you can see here, we have all the implementation here. All of them are coming from my notes, my personal notes. I started taking notes maybe 6-7 years ago about trading. And of course, you can learn all of this information. You can, well, right now it's only for Patreon supporters. So you are supporting this channel, well, you will access this content. So let me continue with the analysis here. So as you can see right now here in weekly chart, volatility is contracting right now. It's contracting. So technically speaking, we can expect maybe some sideways here. And also, but yeah, the target, technically speaking, it should be around 94, 95K. So right now in the short term, I am still bullish, looking for the first target should be around here, around 113, 114. Second target should be around here. But as I said before, even if the trend is very healthy, I can tell you right now, I have to tell you, trend for Bitcoin is actually beautiful. This move is actually just using price action is actually nice. I really like it, but that's why we use volume. If we compare the volume of 2021 here, right? The volume was actually significant, right? Huge, right? And after this one was a massive bull trap. I actually is when I started my channel in July 2001, and I said in long time ago, hey, this is bull trap, and after that, the market crash. Now, if we compare the volume against 2021, as you can see here, this volume is right, only just choppy volume, pushing the price, of course, to 1 million if you want, but technically speaking, the volume is a joke. So right now here, if actually we repeat the same process with this trend line here, we can just do something like this, right? Bitcoin since 2022 was actually following this trend line in volume, right? Something like this, right? That here properly, something like this, right? And now, as you can see here, it actually broken. This line is broken. Remember, I don't follow classic technical analysis in price action, but sometimes especially with volume, I like to do that because volume is something actually market makers not like that much. They need a lot of money, actually a lot of money to actually do that. They want to manipulate the market. Let me comments. Okay. Okay, so as you can see here, so that's why in the short term I'm bullish, in the long term, I don't know. Now, one more thing I actually I want to share with you, all of you guys here, is we have the 3-month chart is gonna close in October 1st. So this month is extremely important extremely important. If you're bullish, you cannot see a close any below You cannot see a close below $105,000. You are bullish. You are looking for Bitcoin to 1 million. We cannot see any close below $105,000. Any close below this level is gonna actually be the trigger to see a massive drop, because technically speaking, since 2022 we don't have a significant pullback since then. You see all the pullbacks for Bitcoin is always around 30%. 30%, and the last pullback was 30%. Yeah. So any close below 105, we need a real pullback, macro pullback of 70-80%. So if this is the top, potentially it could be the top, 123k, around 120. And if we do this, 75% is still the same target, around 30k, and it's actually my target since maybe this year, 2024, 2025. I'm still thinking in some point we could see 30k. Of course, we are not there yet. Please, I am not calling for the bear market. Just I'm telling you in the long term, because 3-month chart is for maybe at least 2 years. Okay, so let's continue with some altcoins. I'm gonna continue with Ethereum. Ethereum, as you can see here, I am still bullish here in 1-day chart. It's still bullish as long as it's above the MA55. The trend is your friend, and of course we don't have confirmation. We don't have this confirmation yet, but we need to wait a little bit more. Maybe next week. But I can tell you, as long as it's above MA55, this is like this, right? Potentially looking for 5k. Yeah, actually, yeah, there is a. Okay. Now, if we go to Bitcoin dominance, Bitcoin dominance is getting. We have a bullet average in 1-day chart getting ready for a bounce. So looking for 60%. Yeah, definitely. So let's see, use the dominance here. Use the dominance here, and we have volume is beautiful. These the various variance we see here in curve, it could be easily a fake out, a fake signal, because volume is, at least following my seasonal trading, volume is the key. So I don't care actually too much about curve. What I care the most is the volume, and here the volume is telling me this healthy. So if we see this, there is a very high chance we could see just sideways here, but in some point a breakout to the upside, looking for 5%. Of course, if that happens, we will be below 100. So now let's try to be more realistic about this in the long term, because I know some people as investors, right, they are actually who are in the investing channel. We are talking about, I posted when in the investing channel I open shorts, longs. Right now I posted my I think ago, where I said, hey, I will open shorts around 100k. So far so good. Right now I am in profit, right? And of course, people who are in the investment channel also, of course, are in profit. But if risk management is the most, right? So in my case, because I was having this kind of a stop loss around 100k, around 5%. Usually, I am in the chart. My leverage is very low, around 3x, 3 actually. 5x is so. But now, what I did actually yesterday, I removed my stop loss. It's not stop loss anymore. Now it's just a stop. What I'm doing right now here, I protect my entry here just enough to pay. If Bitcoin pumps, because Donald Trump, whatever, I don't care the news. If Bitcoin goes for some reason to 100, even above 120, I will not lose. Yeah, risk management is important. So I protect my capital. The worst scenario is I will profits, right? But I am in short position in chart, and my target is like this. My setup. Now I can tell you, right? I didn't do that before because, of course, I am respecting all the people who are supporting plans of my preparation. But now I can tell you, because of course it's a little bit right. Now my setup is like this, right? There is no stop loss anymore. I have just stop around here, and let me stop. And my profits around my target is around 95K. I am looking for 20% profits. So right now, because of this, like much money, much profits, that is how much money I can uh, I can lose. Like how I can protect my entry, how much money I can make. Actually, right now, that is the at least it's for me. I am not greedy at all. I can control my emotions because I am not thinking. Hey, I am thinking. How I can protect like, the minimum, right? The minimum, always the minimum. You have a very terrible win losses are and your wins are so you will make. That's the thing. That's why when someone said, "Ah, my win rate is 70%, 90% YouTube, right? 100%, 90% wins, right?" Yeah, but what kind of $1 win? Mm-hmm. Um. Oh my God. I think I need to replace my mic. This mic is not working. I think I said. Okay, so please let me know if you can hear my voice. So, yep, yeah. Let's continue with more. I'm gonna continue with Solana. Solana is still the same in 4-hour chart and 1 hour chart. Let me see. 4-hour chart, we don't have a buy signal not yet, but we are actually in the right place. This is the place you wanna be if you want to open longs. Of course, I am not financial advisor. Remember, this is educational content. But if I will be you, and I am, and I am crazy enough to trade in futures, uh, altcoins. This is the setup. This is the setup, right? Looking something like this, right? Yep. I don't trade altcoins in futures because the volatility is extremely high. I am not that crazy. Mm-hmm. So that's why I will be careful. But this is the area. This is the area. If you are looking for longs in altcoins, this is the area. Very maybe today or tomorrow we will see a buy signal here in 4-hour chart. Now let's continue with XRP. As you can see here, XRP I am looking for in 1 day chart for a this is actually beautiful chart. Volume is garbage actually. Volume is very bad, but yeah, here is you want to trade. This is the time. This is the time. I am not financial advisor. Just I'm telling you what I see in the charts. Okay, be careful. Risk management is extremely important. Okay. Now, one of the coins I'm watching right now is this one, BitGet coin. Honestly, I love it. I really like this chart. Volatility is extremely low. Volume is actually very healthy. I am looking for in the long term a potential breakout and continuation. And who knows, maybe like BNB, right? I don't know. Let's see. I don't know, but yeah, I have to be honest. I am not financial advisor, but yeah, I'm thinking to actually start accumulating this coin uh, because this chart is actually beautiful. I really like it. I really like it. It's gonna take time, of course. Now let's talk about Monero. Monero, yeah, beautiful. My technical analysis looking for the ME55. Now this is the time to start looking for positions. Of course, it's gonna take time in weekly chart. If you are bullish, you are thinking the bull market is here, alt season is here, whatever, right? All the YouTubers are saying the same thing. If you are thinking in that way, well, this is the area you have to start looking for between 250 and 220. Below there, you will see 100. BNB. BNB is getting ready for a pullback. Yeah, this pullback it should be a buy opportunity, but the volume is a joke. Just be careful here. You're thinking to hold BNB for a long time. I don't know. I don't know. It's not very. Stock market, I think today is not the time for the stock market. I think I'm gonna just check cryptocurrencies because volatility is high. I think maybe Monday I will check again the stock market. One of the markets I want to check today also is the currencies. Because, for example, now we have here the USD JPG, and as you can see, well, I am actually living in Japan, right? So that's why for me it's very important to see how bad actually the yen sucks. Yen sucks. I did it, my friend. I checked that symbol yesterday. You can watch the live stream yesterday. I did it. I am pretty sure this is exactly the same technical analysis as yesterday. As you can see here in the monthly for the yen, I am bullish here. I am very sad to say this, but I am very bullish here. The volume is terrible. I mean, it's very bad. It's very bad, the volume. But as long as it's above the MI5 and volatility is extremely low, well, I'm bullish here. I'm bullish here. Lowest point. If I want, honestly, I want to see the yen breaking 140. If we see that, I will be more than happy. More than happy, because the next target should be around 100. Yeah, but as long as it's above the MI55, I am very bullish here. Now let me show you something very concerning about the yen. The yen, it was the MI55 in 3-month chart. Now it's gonna be support, right? For a long time, this MA was actually resistance. The MI55 MA 100. Now they will be support. So the good news for you as a foreigner, Japan is gonna be cheaper and cheaper over the time, right? So we will have more foreigners here, more to here. Local people, they will struggle a lot. Everything is gonna be way more expensive. Yeah, because the yen is gonna be even weaker. And my target in the long term, because the volume is amazing. I'm very sad to say this, but well, I'm a trader, right? I have to be very pragmatic and realistic. Any close above 160, there is no volume here. There is nothing here to avoid the next target should be around 200, 220. So Japan, maybe in 10 years, is gonna be like Venezuela, like Argentina. Yeah. Well, what you can expect when you have the average age of Japanese people is 48. We have here in this country the oldest people in the world. Even there are more dogs than kids. Yeah. It's not a joke. There are more dogs than kids in this country. For some reason, I have no idea. People here, they don't want to have families and kids. Okay, so let's continue with the Canadian dollar. I know I have some people that are following from Canada, and I can tell you this. This is just holding 130. Various variance here, no volume. There is a probability, potential, high probability here. $1 with 33 cents. If for some reason you see this level broken, potential drop to 1.26. But as long as around here, we will have to wait. Let me see the monthly. Monthly, the trend is your friend, my friend. Trend is your friend, and yeah, it's doing good. 150, 1.50 in the long term again. Potentially, yes. Let's see now the super peso, Mexican. See, this thing, this coin, this currency has been the strongest in the last couple years, 3 years. And let me show you here. We have here the monthly. This is actually something very interesting, right? Because we have the breakout here, testing here. Now let's see, this is support around 1918, and we have to see another buy signal here without volume here to support this bounce. I don't know, more sideways here, but technically speaking here, it should be to the upside. Not now, in a few months. Oh man, this channel is about trading, my friend. I have Indian people, I have Indian friends. I have the opportunity to work with Indian people in Japan. But I I mean, it depends, right? Because if Japan allows more people from other cultures to come here and they don't follow the rules, now you know what happened in Spain, right? In France, in UK, right? They are a mess, right? They are a mess right now. So honestly, I am very happy. Like, in kind of, yeah, I'm happy. Like, Japan is quite a conservative, and they don't allow foreigners here. It's very hard to live in Japan, to get a visa in Japan, that kind of thing. I really like it because um, if you come to a new country, you have to respect the culture of that country, right? That's the thing. But if you see what is happening in Europe, all the crime, all the things, is actually most of them is from foreigners. So that's the biggest concern of Japanese people, right? But yeah, you're right. They have to be more open, but I think at the same time they have to be very strict. Don't let just random people here to come into this country and and thinking they can do whatever they want, right? Of course, this is not about politics or something, right? I respect other perspectives, but my thing is, if you go to other country, you have to respect the culture, right? In Japanese people are very polite, well mannered. Actually, I'm very happy in this country. We have many good things, but why? Because, well, Japanese people, they have many things other cultures they don't have. For example, here, technically there is no crime. It's very safe, super clean. They don't have beans in this. You can explain this. There are no beans in this country. You will never find a bean in the street. But even with that, it's extremely clean and safe. How is that possible? Education, my friend, manners, right? Something in the West we don't have anymore, right? And this is my personal take. When I see Japan, Asian countries like Korea, like Japan, because I traveled to Macau, actually, Hong Kong. I went to China. Um, well, not exactly China, like in Hong Kong. Um, honestly, I have to say it. Asian countries are killing it. They are way much better than America and UK. When I went to UK, I'm sorry, I have friends from UK. Sorry, man, but London sucks, man. Super dirty and I don't know, man. You have to come to Japan and see what I'm talking about. I don't mean to be rude, okay? Just I'm telling you facts. Yeah. I went to America. Yeah, and actually America is terrible. Los Angeles is terrible. California. Only fans, right? Yeah, sure. That's the thing. Like, I see the West is losing values, right? I'm sorry. Yeah, I will be cancelled here, but I don't care. I'm saying just the facts, right? Where in America, people, even they don't know what is a woman, Chinese people and Asian people, they are doing very well, right? They are not wasting time in that kind of thing. It's just my opinion after living here for 7 years. Okay, you guys, so let's continue. Let's continue with the market. Use the dominance in the short term. Let me show you here. Yeah, man. Let's maybe, I don't know, man. I was thinking, someone asked me like about this kind of things, but there are many channels about Japan about this kind of things. So I would like to just to keep focusing in trading. Okay. So now let me show you here the in 4-hour chart. In 4-hour chart, we have this pullback. There is a very high chance like we could see a continuation dropping all the way down to 4%. Yep. So in the short term, I'm looking for a bounce. For Bitcoin. And don't get me wrong, Bitcoin is still bullish. At least in the short term. I think that's all, guys. That's all. Okay. Monday, I will check. Remember, because the volatility is extremely low for the stock market, I'm gonna check at least three times per week the stock market. Okay. Usually it's gonna be Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I will do my best to be here every day, at least 30 minutes online with all of you guys. Thank you for your support. Please help me to take this channel to the next level. I promise I will try to improve myself, my English, and also the intro and many things, because I want to make this channel more professional, but it's gonna take more time because for many years, I started this channel for 4 years ago. but it was just a hobby, you know. It's just a hobby for me because trading, talking about crypto, talking about the finance, people, they usually normal people, right, think or you are a gambler or you are just, I don't know, something else, because people usually, they don't talk about money, they don't talk about finance, right? Even you cannot talk about how much money you make with your people around you, right? Because I don't know why people don't share the kind of things. But talking about finance is actually extremely important because we need to learn. That's the reason why you will find many people who have master degree, they are data scientists, they are whatever, they are, I don't know, they are working, they are very smart, but they are broke. It's because you could be very smart in your field, but you could be very stupid making money because it's another skill. It's a different skill. Yeah. And at least in my experience, if you want to build this skill about making money, you must control your emotions. Because the worst decisions, at least in my experience, right? Please take what is useful for you, right? What is useful for you. I am not saying 100% this is my truth. I'm not saying 100%, but most of the time, the worst decisions you can make in your life is when they are based on emotions. Okay? When you, whatever you do in your life, it's just based on emotion, how I feel, well, man, that is when the best moment to actually, the best recipe to regret, right? Like to see some, like you will regret in the long term. About your personal life, your wife, your girlfriend, your job, whatever. You just follow your emotions. It's because I like it. Man, it's not like that, right? That's why motivation is good in the short term. Discipline is actually something is gonna help you to keep improving yourself in the long term. And same for trading, right? Technically speaking, right now here I am bullish here, right? I am bullish here in the short term, but I cannot buy the narrative. Oh yeah, we'll be bullish forever and ever, and Bitcoin will hit 1 million. Yeah, makes sense. Potentially, yeah, we could see Bitcoin at 1 million. Yeah, but they don't tell you, like usually Bitcoin crash 70%. Yeah, it's just, well, just I wanted to share. In sometimes I like a lot talking about psychology of trading. I have to honestly, for me, it's more important psychology of trading than even trading itself. It's more important. I know YouTube. Many people are just talking about technical RSI, MACD, all that shit, and it's important. You need to learn. Yeah, but it doesn't matter if you have the best tool if you cannot actually control yourself. Yep, you have to control yourself. That's the most important thing, especially when you are making money, especially when you see when you open positions in the market, you will get judged automatically in that moment. In the moment when you buy, you see how much money you are making. That means make good decision, or how much money you are not making or you're losing. That means it's a bad decision, right? And that's the problem. Yeah, I will continue with psychology of trading. Also, I'm gonna share the content in my YouTube channel and sorry, in my website, because it's very important. It's very very important. It's a topic like it could be boring for many people, but believe me, if you improve your you can control your emotions. You can be more rational. You will be ahead of many people. Many people. Yeah. Okay, guys, thank you for watching. See you tomorrow. Okay. No, sorry. Today is Friday in Japan, so see you next Monday. Have a good weekend. Right. I promise I will replace my mic this weekend because this mic is working. It's very bad. Okay. Thank you so much for watching and see you next month.